Hey now guys, what is happening? Yours truly is back here, huh? Looking good, right? Alright guys, we have done it. Well, I have done it, but we collectively together have reached the end of Silver Surfer Volume 14, Sunrise and Shadowfall. I hope you guys got your copy. This came out, I think, last year, so it should hopefully still be in your stores. This is it, guys, the end of the third volume of Silver Surfer. I hope that glare isn't too bright. I'm losing light, so, you know, what are you gonna do? But I'll try not to get the glare to cast on the book. But anyway, guys, this is it, the final run of Silver Surfer. The one I'd say is the important one, which started way back in 1987 with Steve Englehart. Feels like just yesterday I started reading that. But I think it was, 2 to 3 weeks ago that I started Volume 1. Now we've reached the end. JMD Mateus almost closes it out. He does 139 to 145. And then Glenn Greenberg, whoever that is, finishes out the story with 146. Or the series, not the story, but the series itself. I say to myself, if I don't know a guy's name, he must be a DC guy who's freelancing for Marvel. Because I don't know who Glenn Greenberg is. But I do know JMD Mateus quite well. Not personally, but professionally, yes. With Marvel. We got Tom DeFalco, of course, another one. Tom DeFalco, JMD Mateus, Louise Simonson, who did the Galactus the Devourer 6-issue miniseries. And then artwork by John J. Muth and John Buscema. John Muth, who did the last 5 or 6 issues of Silver Surfer, and then the first issue of Galactus the Devourer, and then John Buscema did 2 through 6. And then we have Silver Surfer Loftier Than Mortals 1 and 2, which was a just 2-issue, what they call the remix, the Marvel remix, back in 1999, which just retells Fantastic Four 57 through 60 in a remixed, modern, updated version from the original, from the 60s of Fantastic Four. That story where Doctor Doom steals the cosmic power, or the power cosmic from Silver Surfer, but it's retold in a modern style. And that was by Michael Jan Friedman as the writer, and Sal Velluto doing the pencils. Yeah. Oh, and Bill Sienkiewicz. I can't forget it because that guy's awesome. Did the inking? Did the inks? He was the inker for Galactus the Devourer 1 through 6, along with Buscema and Muth, who did the first issue, and Louise Simonson doing the writing. All right, so we have here, as far as the content, the Silver Surfer Thor Annual 1998, which kicks off the story. They take on Millennius, new character who pretty much looks like Warpath, X-Force's Warpath. This is the spread right here. This is Millennius, like I said. And this guy, like everybody else, is a million years old, ultra powerful. Nobody can stop him, but somehow he's stopped. So he unleashes some Asgardian frost giants on Earth. Silver Surfer finds that kind of suspicious, so he seeks the help of Thor because they're Asgardian frost giants. And it turns out Thor knows Millennius really well from way back when. And Millennius is waiting for the millennium, right, to happen so that he can attain power and take over and destroy Earth and the universe. And that's the end. Then we have the Wizard half. I think it was a giveaway back then, but I remember, I know Thunderbolts had a half issue, and who else? Generation X had a half issue, and apparently Silver Surfer did. I'm just going to put this down, but just so you guys know, this is Volume 14, Sunrise and Shadowfall. And in the back, this is from, I believe, issue 4 of Galactus the Devourer. Mantis comes back, so she's not dead! Well, actually, and that comes after the Crossing, so that turns out it wasn't really Mantis who was teaming up with Kang the Conqueror, but that's neither here nor there. Just read the book, guys, trust me. So in the half issue, Silver Surfer takes on this green-skinned chick named Simpyra. I'm going to go with Simpyra rather than Simpira. But she's just some alien bitch that wants to take over her world. She escaped annihilation of her world by Galactus. Was it by Galactus? I don't even remember. But she escapes from her world and asks Surfer to help her find her people who have escaped their Earth, and decides to take them over. And that's the end. That's pretty much it. And of course, Surfer has to stop her. And then we go right into Silver Surfer 139 all the way through 146. J.M. DeMatteis starts off with a prologue of, I forgot what it was, but it was, let me see, it was the Sunrise Shadow Fall storyline, which is what the volume itself is named after. So we're set up with the prologue of Sunrise and Shadow Fall in 139. Then it says it's a 3-part storyline, but really it's 6 parts. It actually goes from 140 to 145. Unless I missed something, because it continues on. So basically, Silver Surfer and Alicia, Alicia is now like number 2 on the call list. She's a supporting character. She's still blind, but she, throughout this whole saga, becomes she acquires this nanotech suit, which allows her to see and fly and join in on Silver Surfer's adventures. She's given this armor by this droid called SURFER 4, who is tasked by Tenebrae, and Tenebrae is a woman. She's a chick, like a kind of sort of like a female mantis thing, like a, not Mantis the character, but like a praying mantis bug bitch, who is part of the Mergence, and they just want to consume and take over the world. Wow, big shock, right? Anyway, so Alicia acquires this armor. She joins Silver Surfer in fighting Tenebrae and the Mergence. There's also this dude called Coroner, who is a human from 200 years ago. He talks about living for a certain amount of years, a long time. Wants to be part of the Mergence, but he serves Tenebrae. Then one thing leads to another, and Tenebrae separates from the Mergence. Coroner takes over and becomes part of the Mergence. And then I think that was 1, 2, and 3 of the Sunrise and Shadowfall storyline. But it continues from 143, 4, and 5, where Psycho Man now joins in, and he captures it was so weird. He captures Tenebrae to capture Silver Surfer. Then Silver Surfer helps Tenebrae escape, but then Tenebrae turns on Surfer, and then Tenebrae joins in league with Psycho Man, even though he tried to capture her and join with the Mergence. And Psycho Man still wants to gain the power of the Mergence. So then Tenebrae's like, I'll help you get the power, even though he just tried to capture and kill her and was saved by Surfer. Like, what? So she betrays Surfer and joins up with the guy who was torturing her. I mean, Psycho Man was torturing Tenebrae and decides to help him, even though it's like, what? Like, this is something, I don't know, like Stan Lee would write, but this is J.M. DeMatteis, and it's kind of dumb. Very, very stupid. I don't want to use the R word, retarded, but yeah, it pretty much is, guys. I mean, it's just not good writing. You know, I shouldn't say that. Let's just stick with the R word. No, it's just dumb. It's dumb. We'll go with the D word. And that's it, you know? Oh, yeah, so then it ends. It comes to an end where they finally get thrust back. Oh, well, because of Psycho Man, Silver Surfer and Alicia and everybody's just going through the macroverse, macro with an A, and then the microverse with an I. And then they somehow end up back on Earth in the Arizona desert, and that's where it comes to an end. Psycho Man's ship gets blown up with Tenebrae and Psycho Man inside. Cypher 4, that's his name. Since he no longer serves Tenebrae, he just goes off into space. Coroner also separates from the Mergence, and the Mergence vanish. And then that's it. That's it. I mean, the story was okay. It's not as bad as the George Perez storyline with the Unilord saga. We won't talk about that. But that's that. So yeah, I combined it together as a 6-part storyline rather than the 3-part. So it says the 3-part Sunrise, right? Sunrise Shadowfall. Am I getting this right? Yeah. Sunrise and Shadowfall storyline. So let's just say it's a 10-issue. What? No, it's a 6-issue storyline. I was thinking of the number 10. 6-issue storyline from 140 to 145. Then we have 146, which is the final issue of the series, which was kind of a letdown because, not even kind of, it was a letdown because it ends with Firelord going on a rampage because some foreign fictional Asian country named Kakistia, I didn't name it. This was Glenn Greenberg now writing. Kakistia. I guess they might as well have used Kazakhstan. I don't know. Because they were Indian, I guess. Indian people. I don't know. But the place is called Kakistia. They're experimenting on nuclear explosives. An explosion happens and Firelord is pissed off. No reason why. He's just pissed. So he starts going all over the world to cause mayhem, and Silver Surfer and Alicia, mind you, Alicia has to come along and prevent Firelord from causing a nuclear holocaust of his own. Shut up out there! Fucking kid is crying out there. Oh my god, I hate my neighbors. Anyway, I'm happy. I don't know if you can hear that. Anyway, so I'm gonna probably have to raise the AC, guys. Pardon the hum, pardon my screaming, but I fucking hate these people. I really want to like... All right. So anyway, we won't go there. So anyway, so that's that. I mean, it ends with Firelord just, you know, being subdued by Submariner. What? Okay, I'm distracted. By Silver Surfer. And that's the end of that. I mean, it's much ado about nothing. But I think it ends with like an ecological world peace storyline. I don't know. It was a down. It was not a downer like it was sad. It was just like, you know, it wasn't, but it was just inconsequential. They should have just had a wrap up of the entire series like they normally do, like when Fantastic Four or the Avengers ended, or when Captain America ended. You know, what made Silver Surfer so special? That's what the 146 should have ended on, but it didn't, and that's that. And we won't get a Silver Surfer series until 2003, and probably that'll be a modern era epic. I don't know, but as far as the classic run, that's it. That's the end of Silver Surfer. So then we get the 1 through 6 limited series of Galactus the Devourer. Apparently Galactus is going mad with hunger, to the point where now he's eating people. He's eating like life force energy from planets because the planets themselves aren't sustaining him. So now he's driven mad with eating people. And now it takes Silver Surfer, Alicia with that stupid suit of hers, which she eventually loses in this series. The Avengers and the Fantastic Four, having come back from Heroes Reborn, Heroes Return. So this is their third volume in their respective series. Spider-Man also joins, and they all have to prevent Galactus from eating Earth. So what happens? Fucking Silver Surfer joins back as Galactus's herald and finds other worlds to devour. The kid stopped crying, so so now Surfer's Galactus's herald. He has an initial herald named Redshift in 1 and 2, but Surfer gets rid of him, joins back, and then in issue 4, which is this issue, this cover, he hooks up with Mantis again. Mantis is alive. She's on this planet called Verdant, like a verdant tree, a strong, healthy, lush tree, like a verdant. Okay. By the way, this is Louise Simonson writing this series. Galactus finds Verdant, even though Silver Surfer tried to lure him away. Galactus sucks that bitch up dry. Mantis is like, ooh, you betrayed me, and then she disappears. Alicia finds Surfer and Mantis share a kiss, so she disappears. It's all soap opera nonsense, and then Surfer's like, why? But then, of course, and then in issue 5 and 6, we wrap it up with the Kree leading Silver Surfer to the Shi'ar Empire. And then for a moment, Surfer's like, okay, I'm gonna lead Galactus to the Shi'ar Empire and destroy their world. But then they're like, no, you bastard, fuck you. So then everybody attacks Silver Surfer, but Silver Surfer's like, wait. I'll help you. I'll help you kill Galactus. Okay? Sorry, not sorry. But yeah. So then the Avengers and the Fantastic Four join, and then they're like, okay, great. Everybody, and the Starjammers, they join, and then everybody just consolidates their power. The Imperial Guard, oh no, not the Imperial Guard, but Gladiators there. Not the Imperial Guard. But nothing defeats Galactus except Reed and Surfer decide to turn Galactus's ship on Galactus and absorb him, and he finally dies, and he apparently becomes the second son to the Shi'ar Empire, and everybody's safe and lives happily ever after, or so we think. So that's Galactus the Devourer, the 6-issue miniseries, and then of course we have Silver Surfer, Loftier, The Mortals 1-2, which is pretty much a modern retelling of Fantastic Four numbers 57 to 60. Dr. Doom tricks Surfer into coming to Latveria, takes the cosmic power, wreaks havoc upon the world, seeks vengeance on the Fantastic Four, kicks their ass, and then Silver Surfer is joining a revolution against in Latveria to kick out Dr. Doom the Tyrant, and then somehow, of course, oh no, that's right, Doom flies off into the great unknown that is outer space, hits the barrier, loses his power, comes back crashing to Earth. Surfer regains his power cosmic and is free. And then that's the end. We've already read that story, guys. I hope you guys have read that story in volume 4 of Fantastic Four, originally. Fantastic Four, number 57 to 60. That's it, guys. Not a bad way to finish, although there are some, not cliffhangers, but some final moments that didn't really end well, you know? I don't know. But I want you guys to read it. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. I actually started the book yesterday and finished it today. It's 488 pages, but somehow I finished it, which is weird because Inner Demons, volume 13, was like 464, and that took me, 3 days to read? I don't know. I guess my point is that the more you read, the faster, the more pages there are in a volume, the faster I read, and the less pages, the more I read. I don't know. Who cares? Who gives a fuck, guys? But that is the end of Silver Surfer. I am now moving on to Captain America, Volume 7, The Schweinhund, with Falcon. We got Kirby doing writing, inking, penciling, and even editing. We have Don Glut also thrown in the mix, and Sal Buscema, who does the pencils. Captain America, I can just tell you without looking, Captain America 201 to 221, and annuals 3 and 4 in this volume, guys. So that's 23 issues to read. 448 pages, but I guarantee you this is going to take me probably three days rather than 2 days. The normal customary 1 to 2 days to read. It'll take me about 2 to 3 days to read, but whatever. So this is the next one, guys. Volume 7, The Swine. And that, guys, is what's happening. I read these epics so you don't have to, but I encourage you guys to do it. Right? All right. Got a haircut. Look at that. Looking good, right? Looking good. Right, Keenan? You puss bag, you fat pig. Although I kind of like the black metal, Grim Decay. I feel bad for you, bro. You know, being stuck in Syracuse, Kansas. If you guys are wondering, there's this little puss bag fat pig who likes to comment negative shit on my pages, but I love it because none of you guys see it, so I don't care. I don't even read your comments, but I know it's you, so I forgive you. I like you. Focus on your music. Don't worry about me because you can't measure up to me, Keenan. Hate to break it to you, pal. All right, guys, but back to you. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, subscribe, or don't, whatever. But let me know what you guys think. Sound off in the comments. Even you, Keenan, but, you know, who cares? No one's going to see your stupid comments. So, bye-bye, Porky. Yeah, he's a fat kid. Anyway, we don't need to talk about him. Guys, I love you. We got Captain America. One more volume after this. We need volume 8, and then that's it. I don't know if I'm going to get Volume 24 American Nightmare, guys, but I might change my mind. It's all the way in December, so I don't know, guys. But we'll see. All right. See you later, guys. Peace and love. Bye-bye.